Hello, welcome to LMU Tri-State News. I'm Ashley Hurley. Thank you for joining us for another edition of local and campus news, sports, and entertainment. Let's get this week's top stories started. It is almost time for the one big event to help those furry friends of ours at the Claiborne Animal Shelter. Mark your calendars now for one of the biggest fundraising events in the area. The Claiborne Animal Shelter is having their annual fundraising dinner and silent auction this Sunday, February 9th. The dinner will take place at the LMU Convention Center in Cumberland Gap from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock and is being catered by Carla's Cafe. If you can't make it to the dinner, you can also support the shelter by donating items such as handmade quilts, artwork, signs, or even donating services for the auction such as haircuts and manicures. The dinner is $100 a plate and a head count is needed by Wednesday. So to make your reservations, you can call the shelter at 423-626-2686. And remember, the animal shelter is run entirely from donations and fundraisers. This fundraiser, along with the Doggy Dash, is one of the two biggest fundraisers held for the Claiborne Animal Shelter every year. Old man winter just can't stay away from our region, and it has been keeping people in all lines of work extremely busy. Emergency personnel responds to hundreds of calls a day, but add this weather, the number typically doubles. Electric issues have been a major concern when the last Arctic blast moved through. One example is an electric wire that caught fire on a light pole. The fire happened last Tuesday afternoon just after 1 o'clock. Police and fire responded. According to reports, several sparks flew from the light before it actually caught on fire. The electric was then disconnected. To look out for warning signs of electrical problems during cold weather, I will be taking a look at all of those problems next week. Now let's turn to Rachel Maddie to explain to us how some of this cold weather is formed.
There are several types of precipitation that are mentioned during the winter months, like snow, sleet, and freezing rain. So what are the differences? Well, all winter precipitation starts as snow in the atmosphere, but there's a difference in the forming of sleet and freezing rain. Sleet forms when snow reaches a warmer pocket of air and melts. Then the raindrops will refreeze into pellets of ice once they hit a colder pocket of air just above the surface. Sleet can accumulate, but it mostly sits on the ground in pellet form. Freezing rain also starts as snow and melts in a warm pocket of air, but the difference is the pocket of air extends closer to the ground. The raindrops do not have time to refreeze until it reaches a surface that is 32 degrees or lower. Then it can freeze and adhere to surfaces like the ground, power lines, or cars. The impacts of freezing rain are greater than the other precipitation forms because it can cause very hazardous conditions like icy roads or downed power lines. For more information or to watch videos on these processes, you can visit www.weather.com.
You might be seeing wine sitting next to the beer in grocery stores very soon. The state Senate voted Thursday morning to allow local governments to hold special voting for selling wine in supermarkets and convenience stores by a margin of 23 to 8. Under Senate amendments, mandatory carding would be required for both package stores and retail food stores as part of a face-to-face transaction, meaning you cannot purchase wine at the self-checkout. One restriction with the new law is retail food stores would not be able to sell wine on Sundays. Special voting could be held as early as November of this year, with food stores being able to sell wine in July of 2016. Package stores would be able to start selling other items such as mixed drinks in July of 2014. Food stores would also be required to mark up the price of its wine by at least 20% as a way of staying competitive with package stores. Now, beginning next week, we are going to reintroduce a segment that we brought you last fall. Here at Home is being revamped, and next week we are going to bring you the first full segment showing you what the daily routines are at outreach programs and centers throughout our community. You don't want to miss these very important stories.
Looking for efficient, compassionate, and comprehensive health care for you and your family? Visit University Medical Clinic. All providers are faculty members of LMU's DeBusk College of Osteopathic Medicine and are board certified in their specialty. Multiple specialties available including family medicine, pediatrics, OBGYN, and osteopathic manipulative medicine, with locations in Harrogate, Tazewell, and New Tazewell, and most insurance plans accepted. University Medical Clinic is here to serve you. Call 423-869-7193 for an appointment. University Medical Clinic. When you're traveling throughout the Tri-States, stay smart at Holiday Inn Express of Middlesboro. With nearly 60 rooms to choose from, fitness center, full complimentary hot breakfast bar, and seasonal pool, Holiday Inn Express of Middlesboro is all about catering to your travel needs. Our rooms are all equipped with flat screen TV, refrigerator, microwave, and we're conveniently located just seconds from the area's attractions. When you're on the road, stay smart at Holiday Inn Express, located on the Cumberland Gap Parkway, Middlesboro. Make reservations today by calling 606-248-6860.
I will help families adopt children from around the world and in our own backyard.
I am teaching ethics to the next generation of lawyers.
I will make a difference for the underserved of this region.
I will be an advocate for my clients.
As a prosecutor, I fought for those who couldn't speak for themselves.
I'm a lawyer and professor.
I will be a lawyer.
I will be a lawyer.
I will be a lawyer.
If you love your car or truck, let us help you keep it clean at Soapy J's. Soapy J's has unlimited wash plans to fit every budget. Try our $5 express wash or one of our 3 monthly wash plans. The Wheel Deal, the Soapy J, or the new Blast Wax. With our monthly wash plans, if you pay with credit card, all you do is pay for the present month and your card will be billed on the first of each month. Don't forget, Soapy J's has free vacuums with any wash. Soapy J's Express Car Wash, open 7 days a week. Let us help keep your car or truck clean at Soapy J's. Soapy J's on the Cumberland Gap Parkway, Middlesboro.
Attempting to take a truck to the scrapyard landed a man and woman in jail Thursday. It was Thursday afternoon and the couple was turning onto Cedar Fork Road when the chain pulling the truck broke, sending the truck down a steep hill. The man, 53-year-old James Johnson, was pulling the truck behind a red Pontiac while the woman, Sheila Johnson, was steering the truck. Officers with the Tazewell Police Department talked to the couple on the scene and discovered that they were both wanted on warrants. They were then arrested and transported to the Claiborne County Jail, where they remain with no bond. Traffic was rerouted to allow crews to pull the vehicle up the hill. The Johnsons will appear in court later this week on their charges. Thanks to a Good Samaritan, a man and woman attempting to get inside a building remain in jail. Jessica Gent and Johnny Baker were found at the former Highway 63 garage and tow shop Thursday morning. When officers arrived on the scene, Baker and Gent told them they were simply trying to get warm and were not trying to break in. Officers called the Claiborne County Jail and verified that both of them had warrants out for their arrest. Nothing was found to be in their possession, but the owner of the building was contacted and they did not have his permission to be inside the building. The two were taken into custody and remain in the Claiborne County Jail. 2 Kentucky men are facing endangerment charges after firing at firefighters. 44-year-old Vance Miller and 37-year-old Daniel Lefevers are charged with wanton endangerment. Kentucky State Police say they received a call Saturday night about a vehicle on fire. According to firefighters, when they tried to put out the blaze, one of the men came out with a gun, began cussing them, and then fired a shot at them. When Kentucky State Police arrived, they tried talking to the man, but he refused. Chemical instruments were then tossed inside the home, and Miller and Lefevers surrendered. They are now both in the Bell County Detention Center. In a follow-up to a story that we brought you last week on LMU Tri-State News, the Claiborne County man who appeared in federal court in Knoxville on firearms charges is indicted by a federal grand jury on 3 counts of distributing drugs. Darrell Bailey remains in custody on 3 related incidents from December 30th, January 11th, and January 14th. The warrant states that Bailey did knowingly, intentionally, and without authority distribute a quantity of a mixture and substance containing a detectable amount of oxycodone, a Schedule II controlled substance. Bailey was arrested earlier this month by officers with the Claiborne County Sheriff's Office, the 8th Judicial Drug Task Force, and agents with the Federal Drug Enforcement Administration. He was arrested following a search warrant on his property in the Hopewell community of Harrogate. According to the initial complaint, at least 1 firearm and several rounds of ammunition were found on Bailey's property during the search. The judge in the case has ordered Bailey to remain in federal custody pending further hearings. He is being housed in the Knox County Detention Center. A Campbell County teacher is charged with killing her fiance in what authorities are calling an alcohol-fueled fight. Campbell County deputies found the victim's body early Sunday morning at the couple's home in Elk Valley. 47-year-old Lisa Elliott is being charged with shooting her fiancé, 53-year-old Larry Chamlin. Authorities say Chamlin was shot once in his upper body. Elliott's daughter, Diana Elliott, was at the home during the shooting. She says everything was fine just hours before Larry Chamlin was shot and killed. Diana said Chamlin was found lying next to his bed, still alive, but died shortly after. Diana says the couple had been drinking that night and that her mom acted in self-defense. Diana says the couple was planning to get married on May 17th. Lisa Elliott is being held at the Campbell County Jail and is scheduled to appear in court later this week. Now, coming up after the break, Adam Plyler is going to recap sports in the tri-state area and give us a look at what we can expect in sports this week.
Looking for efficient, compassionate, and comprehensive health care for you and your family? Visit University Medical Clinic. All providers are faculty members of LMU's DeBus College of Osteopathic Medicine and are board certified in their specialty. Multiple specialties available including family medicine, pediatrics, OBGYN, and osteopathic manipulative medicine, with locations in Harrogate, Tazewell, and New Tazewell, and most insurance plans accepted. University Medical Clinic is here to serve you. Call 423-869-7193 for an appointment. University Medical Clinic. When you're traveling throughout the tri-states, stay smart at Holiday Inn Express of Middlesboro. With nearly 60 rooms to choose from, fitness center, full complimentary hot breakfast bar, and seasonal pool, Holiday Inn Express of Middlesboro is all about catering to your travel needs. Our rooms are all equipped with flat screen TV, refrigerator, microwave, and we're conveniently located just seconds from the area's attractions. When you're on the road, stay smart at Holiday Inn Express, located on the Cumberland Gap Parkway, Middlesboro. Make reservations today by calling 606-248-6860.
I will help families adopt children from around the world and in our own backyard.
I am teaching ethics to the next generation of lawyers.
I will make a difference for the underserved of this region.
I will be an advocate for my clients.
As a prosecutor, I fought for those who couldn't speak for themselves.
I'm a lawyer and professor.
I will be a lawyer.
I will be a lawyer.
I will be a lawyer.
If you love your car or truck, let us help you keep it clean at Soapy J's. Soapy J's has unlimited wash plans to fit every budget. Try our $5 express wash or one of our 3 monthly wash plans. The Wheel Deal, the Soapy J, or the new Blast Wax. With our monthly wash plans, if you pay with credit card, all you do is pay for the present month and your card will be billed on the first of each month. Don't forget, Soapy J's has free vacuums with any wash. Soapy J's Express Car Wash, open 7 days a week. Let us help keep your car or truck clean at Soapy J's. Soapy J's on the Cumberland Gap Parkway, Middlesboro.
Welcome to LMU Tri-State Sports. I'm Adam Plyler. We have a lot to cover, so let's jump right in. LMU basketball took the court this Saturday with a doubleheader action at home against the Cobras from Coker College. The ladies looked to take momentum from the 72-59 win against Brevard Wednesday night on the road. The first half was close, but the Cobras took a 12-point lead early in the second half. The Lady Rose Splitters edged the gap with free throws and a layup with just under 1 minute left to play in the game. Coker hit key free throws late in the game to take the 58-55 win. After the game, LMU Sports Network's Rusty Peace spoke with head coach of the Lady Rose Splitters, Roger Hodge, about the loss.
Well, and it's all because we couldn't get much on the interior until late in the game. And when you get, when you get the ball to the post or when you can't get it to the post and you can't drive it to the bucket, they just hang out on your perimeter kids so you can't get any shots there.
Coker now holds the all-time series lead with the Lady Rose Splitters 3-0. The 8th-ranked Rose Splitters put their 12-game winning streak on the line Saturday night inside Tex Turner Arena as they welcomed in the Cobras from Coker College. Vincent Bailey continued his epic week of scoring, adding 25 points and 10 rebounds from Saturday's performance to Wednesday's 35-point and 15-rebound performance. All 5 LMU starters finished in double figures as LMU defeated Coker 95-81 to improve to 17-1 overall and 13-1 in conference play. After the game, Rusty P spoke with head coach Josh Schertz.
Yeah, no, they were with us step for step there. The first 36 minutes of the game, it was a dogfight. He's a tremendous coach. They've got a great group of kids. They play exceptionally hard. They're in attack mode. We told our guys coming in, I mean, they're an excellent basketball team, and I thought they played really well tonight. And gave us everything we wanted, probably more than we wanted, to be honest with you. They're big, physical. They made threes. They're hard to guard. I thought our guys did a good job of taking care of the ball in the second half. We only turned it over 3 times, which was great. And obviously we did a really good job on the backboards, winning that 54-31. So they're a good rebounding team. They had beaten Anderson at Anderson, beaten Wingate at Wingate, beaten Newman. So
both teams return to action Wednesday night on the road against bitter rival Carson Newman University for a 6 o'clock tip for the women and 8 o'clock tip for the men. You can listen to all the action on 91.3 FM or online from anywhere in the world at www.913thegap.com. It's a short trip to Jefferson City, so Rail Splitter fans, let's pack the gym on Wednesday night and turn this road game into an extra home game. It's time to look at South Atlantic Conference standings, first for the women. Wingate's on top at 11-3. Lenore-Ryan just in second place, 1 game back at 10-4. Now you have Carson Newman and Lincoln Memorial tied for third place at 9-5 in conference. Newberry and Coker tied at 8-6. Anderson and Catawba tied at 7-7 for the 7th spot. Brevard, Queens, Tusculum, and Mars Hill are all outside looking in. Now let's take a look at the men's standings. Lincoln Memorial on top, 13-1, has a 3-game advantage over Anderson University. Newberry, Carson Newman, Wingate, and Lenore-Ryan tied for third place. Then you have Coker and Queens lining out the top 8 spots. Catawba, Brevard, Tusculum, and Mars Hill are all on the outside looking in. Let's shift gears. I know it's only February, but believe it or not, baseball season is upon us, and LMU began the season this past weekend on the road in Aiken, South Carolina to take on the 14th-ranked Pacers. LMU lost their 9th and 10th consecutive games to the Pacers on Saturday with an 8-2 loss and a 10-0 loss on Sunday. LMU held Aiken scoreless in the first 3 innings on Sunday. Then, in the bottom of the 4th, the Pacers' offense exploded for 8 runs. LMU will finish their 3-game series with the Pacers on Monday. To see complete results from the opening weekend, tune in to the ADA Sports Report Monday night from 6 to 8 p.m. right here on this channel. Sunday night, the Seattle Seahawks proved defense, in fact, does win championships. The 1 seed from the NFC took an early lead while forcing 4 turnovers in the 43-8 thrashing of the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 48, held at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The Seahawks defense held Peyton Manning and the Broncos offense to only 8 offensive yards in the first quarter. The Seahawks won their first Super Bowl in franchise history in only their 2nd appearance. The MVP of Super Bowl 48 is a linebacker from Seattle, Malcolm Smith, who intercepted a Manning pass and returned it 69 yards for a touchdown. Smith also recovered a fumble to help seal Denver's fate. Congratulations to both the Seahawks and Broncos on terrific seasons. Well, guys, that's all for sports. Stay tuned. When we return, Ashley will bring you the best commercials from Super Bowl 48. That's when you come back on LMU Tri-State News.
Whether traveling for business or pleasure, Sleep Inn and Suites of Middlesboro, Kentucky invites you to dream better here. Located at the foothills of the Cumberland Gap, Sleep Inn and Suites offers luxurious rooms equipped with microwave fridge combo, desk, ergonomic chair, wireless internet, and 32-inch flat-screen TV. While staying with us, visit our fitness center, wake up to our complimentary hot breakfast bar, or have a bedtime snack with our fresh-baked cookies. Sleep Inn and Suites, located off Highway 25E, Middlesboro.
The J. Frank White Academy is more than a high school. Your child will have room to grow in mind, body, and spirit. Small, safe learning environments, individualized learning plans, and cutting-edge technology. Every child deserves a quality education in a safe, nurturing environment.
Our college prep program teaches a love of learning, self-discipline, and service to others. The Academy is fully accredited by Advanced Ed. You have a choice at the J. Frank White Academy.
No matter whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Subway of Harrogate and Middlesboro has your fresh interests at heart. On your way to work, try one of our mouth-watering breakfast sandwich or flatbread omelets. If it's lunch or dinner time, choose from our wide selection of classic, select, or premium sandwiches, all made to your order. If you're serving a crowd, Subway has sandwich platters, giant subs, box lunches, and even cookie platters. Whether it's dine in or carry out, you can eat healthy and eat fresh at Subway. Subway, 362 Catawba Avenue in Harrogate and on the corner of the Village Square Mall, Middlesboro.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
USA Today's ad meter reports close to 50 commercials ran during the Super Bowl. Each 30-second spot cost $4 million. Viewers have voted, and the best Super Bowl ad this year is Budweiser's Best Buds. Falling in right behind in the number 2 spot is the Doritos Cowboy Kid. In the number 3 spot is another Budweiser commercial called Heroes Welcome. Doritos Time Machine landed in the 4th spot. The 5th spot is taken by the Radio Shack phone call. Now let's take a look at what else has been going on in the world of sports or entertainment.
His recent alleged unlawful acts, Justin Bieber may be looking at deportation. Some American citizens started a petition on January 23rd stating they wanted the pop singer deported. Since its creation, the Deport Justin Bieber and Revoke His Green Card petition has over 200,000 signatures. The petition has met requirements set by the We the People petition program way before the 30-day deadline. As a result, the White House must issue a response. Parts of the petition states the citizens are being wrongly represented by Justin Bieber, and he is a terrible influence on our nation's youth. According to CNN, other petitions supporting and opposing deportation for the 19-year-old has been posted since his arrest. CNN also shows a petition to keep Bieber in the U.S. was started on January 25th. The pro-Bieber petition only contains a little less than 900 signatures, which is about 99,000 signatures short. Those signatures are needed by February 24th to meet the requirements. Newsday.com stated the chances of Bieber actually being deported are low. Now, believers, take notice. There are only a few more days to sign the petition to keep Justin in the country. A memorable Saturday Night Live episode is on the horizon as an iconic member of the cast says farewell. This weekend's episode of SNL waved goodbye to Seth Meyers. Meyers' run on SNL started in 2001. Since he began, he has participated in his fair share of SNL skits. However, what Meyers is really known for is manning the news desk in the Weekend Update. Meyers replaced Tina Fey as head writer of SNL and became the co-host of Weekend Update in 2006. After the February 1st broadcast, Meyers plans to take over Jimmy Fallon's position on Late Night later this month. Earlier last week, Meyers made an appearance on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. While on the show, Fallon passed on the Late Night Pickle.
Late Night Pickle. Oh. And it's a giant... Wow. This is it right there. This is the passing. The passing of the pickle. If anyone, yeah.
Don't know if I have room for it.
Hold back the emotion. Hold back the emotion. He did it right there, everybody. Seth Meyers.
The handing over of the pickle is a tradition started by Conan O'Brien when he handed over the show to Fallon in 2009. Even though this was Meyers' last episode on SNL, get ready to see a whole lot more of him. Starting on February 24th, watch more Seth Meyers on Late Night. Folk music lost an iconic member this past week. Pete Seeger passed away on Monday, January 27th, 2014. MSN.com stated Seeger was credited with popularizing We Shall Overcome in 1948. Later, in 1997, Seeger won a Grammy for Best Traditional Folk Album. Pete. When the Associated Press asked Seeger about his legacy in 2008, he responded, "There's not dozens of people now doing what I try to do. Not hundreds, but literally thousands. The idea of using music to try to get the world together is now all over the place." Throughout the years, he has brought people together through his lifestyle and music, and that is how he will be remembered. According to MSN.com, Seeger's grandson stated his grandfather died peacefully in his sleep around 9:30 p.m. at New York Presbyterian Hospital with family members present. There are some interesting movies coming to theaters this week. An all-star cast comes together in The Monuments Men. George Clooney, Matt Damon, Bill Murray, and others join a platoon ordered to bring back artistic masterpieces from the Nazi thieves. Based on a true story, these men operated on a mission to save 10,000 years of culture. Watch the action drama directed by George Clooney when it airs in theaters on Friday, February 7th. Get your latest dose of The Walking Dead this week. Zoe Dutch brings to life Rose Hathaway, a half-human vampire. Hathaway comes from a line of peaceful mortal vampires and the Guardians of Morai. She finds herself at a boarding school for peaceful mortal vampires and half-vampire and half-human guardians. Director Mark Waters and writer Daniel Waters brings to life a popular book series, Vampire Academy. This PG-13 action fantasy opens on February 7th as well. Keeping you up to date on what's going on in the world of entertainment with your weekly entertainment report, I'm Tiffany Duncan.
Well, now that we have covered sports and entertainment, let's take a look at this weekend's box office numbers. In its third week, Ride Along generated $12.3 million, making it the top grossing movie over the weekend. Over the last 3 weeks, it makes a total combined of $92.9 million for the Kevin Hart flick. Frozen, in its 11th week, brought in $9.3 million, setting it in second. The Disney cartoon has made $360 million over its total run. That Awkward Moment debuted this weekend and brought in $9 million, running for its third week. The Nut Job lands in fourth, bringing it in $7.6 million. And that is going to do it for this week's LMU Tri-State News Update. Thank you for joining us. For everyone behind the scenes, I'm Ashley Hurley.